All right, folks, gather round. Today we're diving into the wild and wacky history of the Philippines. Now, before we get to the Spanish Fiesta, we got to talk about the OG crew, the pre-colonial Filipinos. Picture this: lush islands, pristine beaches, basically paradise. And guess what? These guys were living it up. We're talking vibrant cultures, intricate weaving traditions, boat-building skills that would make Noah jealous, and enough languages to make your head spin. Seriously, even today, the Philippines boasts over 100 languages. Talk about a linguist playground. They had trade routes stretching all the way to China, and their trading game was on fire. They even had their own system of writing called Baybayin. Imagine that texting in Baybayin, BRB, got a sail to China real quick. Those were the days. But you know what they say about paradise? Everyone wants a piece. And in the 16th century, some unexpected guests showed up on Philippine shores, the Spaniards. Section 2, Hola Filipinas, when Spain dropped by for coffee and stayed for 3 centuries. So picture this: 1521, Ferdinand Magellan, the OG explorer, rocks up to the Philippines like, "What's up, guys? Heard you had some spices." And boom! 300 years of Spanish rule kicked off. Now, we all know the Spanish like to make an entrance, and boy did they ever. They brought their language, their religion, and let's not forget their love for fiestas. They called the islands Las Islas Filipinas after their king, Philip II. Talk about making yourself at home. They built churches, forts, and even universities. The University of Santo Tomas in Manila, founded in 1611. That's older than Harvard, folks. They were basically the cool kids on the block, spreading Catholicism and churros like it was hot. But hey, it wasn't all sunshine and paella. The Filipinos, known for their love of freedom, weren't exactly thrilled about being ruled by a king across the ocean. But more on that later. For now, let's just say things were about to get very interesting. Section 3, from Kumusta to Como Estas, the linguistic tango of Tagalog and Espanol. Now, let's talk about the beautiful mess that is the Filipino language, because when Spanish met Tagalog, it was like a linguistic tango. You know how some couples finish each other's sentences? Well, Tagalog and Spanish took it to a whole new level. Take the word kumusta, the Filipino hello. Sounds familiar, right? That's because it's a remix of the Spanish como estas, and trust me, that's just the tip of the iceberg. From mesa for table to silla for chair, Spanish words are sprinkled throughout Tagalog like confetti at a fiesta. It's like they were playing a never-ending game of Mad Libs. Pass me the tinapay, bread por favor. Let's go to the Tindahan store and buy some leche flan custard. It's enough to make your head spin, but hey, at least it's never boring. Section 4, paella, adobo, and everything in between. A culinary fiesta of flavors. All right, let's talk food, people. Because when it comes to Filipino cuisine, it's a full-blown fiesta in your mouth. And guess who RSVP'd to this party? You guessed it, the Spanish. They brought their love for garlic, chilies, and all things savory, and the Filipinos were like, game on, think about it. Adobo, that iconic Filipino dish with its tangy, savory goodness, totally got a Spanish vibe with its soy sauce and vinegar. And lechon, that crispy-skinned roasted pig that's the star of every Filipino celebration. Let's just say the Spanish knew a thing or two about roasting whole animals. But it's not just the main courses. Even the dessert's got a Spanish makeover. Leche flan, anyone? That smooth, creamy custard is like a little slice of Spain in every bite. So next time you're digging into a Filipino feast, take a moment to appreciate the delicious fusion of cultures. It's a culinary love story for the ages. Section 5, Fiesta time, celebrating life the Filipino-Spanish way. If there's one thing Filipinos know how to do, it's throw a party. And when I say party, I mean a full-blown fiesta, complete with parades, costumes, music, and enough food to feed a small army. And guess what? That you can thank the Spanish for adding some extra spice to these celebrations. Remember those Catholic saints the Spanish were so fond of? Well, they became the honorary guests of honor at countless town fiestas across the Philippines. Every town has its patron saint, and their feast day is celebrated with a bang. We're talking street dancing, beauty pageants, and enough fireworks to rival New Year's Eve. It's all about community, family, and of course having a good time. It's like Mardi Gras, but with more lechon. Section 6, more than just a name, the legacy of Spanish surnames. All right, let's talk names. You know how some names just scream certain nationalities, like you meet a guy named O'Malley and you're like, that's one Irish dude. Well, in the Philippines, it's all about the Spanish surnames. Garcia, Reyes, Santos, they're as common as jeepneys in Manila traffic. See, back in the day, the Spanish decided it would be way easier to keep track of everyone if they gave them, you guessed it, Spanish surnames. It's like a giant game of Mad Libs, but with people's identities. But hey, you gotta hand it to the Filipinos, they totally owned it. They took those Spanish surnames and made them their own, adding their unique Filipino flair. It's a testament to their resilience and ability to adapt. Section 7, the Philippines today, a unique blend of East meets West. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the Philippines and its Spanish legacy. From the language to the food, the architecture to the fiestas, the Spanish influence is woven into the very fabric of Filipino culture. But here's the thing, the Philippines is not just a carbon copy of Spain. Oh no, my friends, it's something far more interesting. It's a melting pot of cultures, a place where East meets West, where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with modern influences. It's a place where you can enjoy a plate of adobo while listening to K-pop, where you can visit a centuries-old Spanish fort and then hop on a bamboo bike. It's a place where history comes alive in the most unexpected ways. So next time you hear about the Philippines, remember its unique story, its resilience, and its ability to embrace its past while forging its own path.